Hi, welcome to Easy Learning. In this video, I'm going to discuss different multiplication methods so you can compare each of them and select which is suitable and easy for you. So let's start. First, I'm going to multiply 13 times 24. I'm going to do it using an area model. Our purpose is to understand what's going on in multiplication process. So 13 represents 1 10 and 3 ones. So we can represent that as 10 plus 3. Let me mark off 10 and 3 here. I'm going to start from this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is 10. So 10, and now we need, this is 10 plus 3, so we have to move 3 more blocks. 1, 2, and 3. So 10 plus 3 is 13. This whole line is 13, 10 plus 3. Now let's think about 24. I'm gonna use different color for 24. So we'll start from this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in 24 there will be 2 10s and 4 1s. So 1 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 10s means 20. Now we need 4 ones for 24. So I should use different color. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now 20 plus 4 will be 24. Now, if we look at the total number, the product of 13 times 24 gives you the area of a 13 by 24 rectangle. Now let's bring a line down, and then the height of my rectangle will be 24. So this part shows this line is 20, and this part shows 4. So the height of my rectangle is 24. So I'm going to write 24 here. Right. Now the width of the rectangle is 10, and 1, 2, 3. So the width is 13. So the area of this rectangle will be 13 times 24. Now we break this rectangle into parts so we clearly get it what part of this area exactly represents. Let me separate out the sections. So we'll start from here, and I'm trying to use the same color. Yes, and 3 ones, and there is another section. So the area of this rectangle is in fact the area of all the sections combined. This rectangle has 4 sections. First, think about this one. The area of this section is 20 times 10. So I'm going to write 20 times 10, which is equal to 2 times 1 is 2, and there will be 2 zeros, so 200 is the area of this section. Now move on to this one. Here we have 20 height and 3 is the width. So 20 times 3 is the area of the section, and that will be equal to 60. Now the area of this third section will be, here we have 4 and 13. So sorry, no, it's not 13, it's in fact 10. So the green part shows 10, right? So 4 times 10 gives us 40. So this area is 40. Now the last section, which has 4 and 3. So 4 times 3 is equal to 12. So 12 is the area of this small section. Now we have calculated the area of all 4 sections, and when we'll combine it, we get the area of this whole rectangle. Let's combine the areas of all these 4 sections. So first section gives us the area of 200, 60, 40, and 12. Now I'm gonna add all of these areas. So 2 and 1 carry, so it will be 312. 312 is the area of our rectangle using area model method. Now we check our answer using our traditional method. So I'm going to write 13 times 24. So first I'm going to multiply 4 by 3, and then I'm going to multiply 4 by 1. So let's start. 4 times 3 is 12. In fact, this part is representing this section. 4 times 3 is 12, 2 and 1 is carry. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1, it will be 5. So now 52 shows are these two sections. 40 plus 12 is 52. Now move on to the next answer line, and I'm going to use 0 in the start because now I'm going to multiply 2 by 3, but this is not in fact 2, this is 20. So for this, I'm going to use this 0 in the start, and now I'm going to multiply 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is 2 times 3 is 6. So this part is representing this section. 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 1 is 2. So 260 means 200 plus 60. So these two sections, the area of these two sections, when we combine them, we will get 260. So let me add 2, 6 plus 5 is 11, 1 is carry, and 2 plus 1 is 3. Yes, we got the same answer. 312 is the area of this rectangle, or 13 times 24 is equal to 312. Another multiplication method is place value section method. From its name, you must have gotten the idea of making sections like we did in our previous method of area model. Here we have 43 times 67. Let's think about 43 first. In this number, in 43, we have 4 10s and 3 1s. So I'm going to start from here. This line is representing 4 10s, means 40. And then we have 3 1s. So this part is representing 3. So 40 plus 3 is 43. So this line is representing 43. Okay, now move on to the next number. Next we have 67. 67 means we have 6 tens and 7 ones. So I'm gonna draw a line. This line is representing 6 tens, means 60. And then we need 7 ones. So this line is representing 7 ones. So 60 plus 7 is 67. Okay. Now we combine it and make a rectangle. Let's bring a line down and make a rectangle like we did in our previous method. I'm gonna use the same color. So this part is representing 40 like this, and the remaining part is representing 3 ones, so it will be like this. So 43 is the height of our rectangle. Now I'm gonna make another line, and this part will show the width. Here we have 60, and then we have 7 ones. So it will be like this. Now we break this into sections. So I'm gonna draw a line here, and then with 7 ones, and the green line will join this part, and this part will be here. So let's write about the sections. Now we have 4 different sections. We'll talk about each section one by one. In our first section, we have to multiply 40 times 60. So 40 times 60 is 4 times 6 is 24, and 1 0 from 40 and another 0 from 60. So this will be 2,400. Right. Now in our next group we have in this section we have to multiply 40 times 7. Okay, so 40 times 7 means 4 times 7 is 28, and this 0 will come here, so it will be 280. Now move on to the next section. In this section, 3 ones and 6 tens means 60. So 3 times 60. Here we have 3 times 6 is 18, and this 0 will come at the end of 18. So it will be 180. Right, move on to the last section. Here we have 3 and 7. So 3 times 7 is 21. Let's write the multiplication of each section over here, and then we'll combine them at the end. So first we have 40 times 60, which is equal to 2,400. Right. Now we'll talk about the next section. In this section, we have 40 times 7. So this is equal to 180. So be careful to align the numbers. Right. In next section, we have 3 times 60. So 3 times 60 is equal to 180. The last section is 3 times 7, and 3 times 7 is equal to 21. So this is all the multiplication, and now we're going to combine it, means we're going to add all these multiplications. So what we'll have at the end, 1, 8 plus 8, 16, 17, 18. So 8 will come here and 1 will be carry. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And at the end we have this 2. So 2881 is the answer of our question 43 times 67. So by using place value section method, we can solve our problem by dividing, or you can say by splitting the problem into small sections. Another method of multiplication is called expanded notation method. Expanded notation method is quite similar to place value sections method. Here we're going to expand the numbers, like we have 43 times 67, and we have expanded the number 67 is equal to 60 plus 7. And 43 is the expanded form is 40 plus 3 is equal to 43. So these are the expanded forms of these two numbers. Now we have to multiply it. We'll multiply it by making the sections like this. And first we'll multiply 40 times 60. So I'm gonna mark 40 times 60. And then this 40 is going to multiply by 7. So it will be 40 times 7. Okay. Then we have to multiply 3 by 60. So I'm gonna use red line. 3 times 60 and then 3 times 7. So let's see. Here is the calculation of all these sections, and let me write it here. We're going to multiply 67 times 43 or 43 times 67. Both means the same, because commutative property says that when we swap the numbers in multiplication, both means the same. Okay, so 67 is this is the expanded form, 60 plus 7, and 43, the expanded form is 40 plus 3, and this is the multiplication sign. Let me draw an answer line. So first we're going to multiply 40 by 60. 40 by 60 and then 40 by 7. Okay, so this is 40 times 60 and then 40 times 7. So this is the calculation when we multiply 40 times 60, and this calculation shows this section 40 times 7, which is 280. And then we'll multiply 3 times 60 and then 3 times 7. So this is 3 times 60 and 3 times 7 is here. And when we add them, we'll get the answer. So this is all about expanded notation method, which is quite similar to place value sections method. Another multiplication method is called algebraic notation method. Why we call it algebraic notation method? Because instead of using multiplication sign, we are using this sign for multiplication. We use this sign in algebra for multiplication. So that's why we call it algebraic notation method. Algebraic notation method helps us to understand what's going on in multiplication process. Let's multiply 43 times 67 using algebraic notation method. 43 times this sign we use in algebra for multiplication times 67. So first I'm going to make a group. 43 is equal to 40 plus 3 and multiplication sign, and then I'm going to make another group. 67 means 6 tens plus 7 ones. Okay, now we'll solve it. Here I'm going to multiply 40 by 60 first, like we did here, and then 40 by 7. So 40 by 60 means 2,400. Okay, now move on to the next step. 40 times 7. 40 times 7 is 280. Okay, now we have done with this 40. Now move on to this 3. So 3 times 60 and then 3 times 7, like we did here. 3 times 60, 3 times 7. 3 times 60 is 180 and 3 times 7 is 21. So when we add all these multiplication, and then we'll get 2,881. So this is all about algebraic notation method, just a difference of this multiplication sign. In algebra we use this sign for multiplication, and in arithmetic we use this sign for multiplication. So there's not a big difference, and this is all about algebraic notation method. In this video, we studied 4 multiplication methods: area model, place value sections method, expanded notation method, and algebraic notation method. Hope this will help you to understand what's going on in multiplication process.